So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, guys. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, in his training.
accept it. I took this during Discord, and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make some buttons with space special goodbye then, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. There was no crashing at that setting. Right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat with the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You soon. See you next time.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Straight away. Just the buttons. I should really have the camera pointed because I'm jumping over. She comes jumping over because she wants to get her treat because she knows now. She's learned. She's adapted. And every time I kick off on the stream, little producer buttons gets a treat. So I have one prepared earlier. And here is the treat. I don't have to make it. There you go. That's okay. Fair enough. Yes, little buttons. Has to be looked after. First item off the checklist, folks, is to appease producer buttons. So we've done it. We're in Athens. And we're going to Palermo on the 737, which I'm still learning. Greetings, everybody. Greetings, Blackjack. A YouTube Blackjack. Blackjack says, afternoon from the middle of Washington State. Yes, Blackjack, you're in Washington. Kilo Mike Whiskey Hotel. That's the IKO identifier of the airfield. We've got Robert Times with us as well. There's not many on tonight, so we might take it a bit slow-ish at the beginning. We might all learn something. I'll slow down for the start checks, will I? Because I'm reading Robert Times' comments here. And he says, evening, Grip. A bit tired. Oh, you're a bit tired. It's 4 a.m. where he is. So let's get ready for tapinos. Tapinos? Typos. Oh, get ready for typos. Yes, typos. I know how you feel. I know. Also, Robert says, if you feel like it, I think now is a good time to clean up your pre-flight a little bit. Don't worry, nothing complex. You don't have to change your checklist. Just maybe better to do it now to prevent bad habits becoming too imprinted on your system. My system? Robert Times? You mean my positronic net? Or my brain? It says no alarm clock was at 4 a.m. this morning. Oh, you were up this morning early. That would make sense. It's kind of hot in here, which is bizarre. So, okay, we'll do that, Robert. I'll go to the checklist. You type and see, I have to do all this procedural stuff on my own and do it over and over again. It's very boring to stream it, so I'm not going to stream it. But I'm going to take what you say on board, and then I'll implement it, because I'll have to do proper procedures. I know you'll want that. It's probably going to be Ryanair procedures. That's what everybody, you know. Now, let me just do that one thing here before we get started here, folks. And do that thing here. There we go. That's it. That'll do. There we go. Now I'm ready. Now we choose buttons. You can go back to your bed now over here. Look at the bed I got you. Good job. It's all gone now. You got sausages as well earlier on. Dogs do love sausages. Anyway. Robert Time says, it's APU start. Just put both gens on instead of just one. IRS alignment. Use GPSL from position it, page 2, instead of last use position and the engine start procedure. Okay. Let me see the checklist, because I do tend to kind of go flying ahead, don't I? Let's get the oil controls there. And we'll leave the button scan there so you can see buttons as well. Okay, so let's hop in the cockpit. Let's hop in. Boom. And now let me see what Robert's saying. It's APU start. Just put both gens on instead of just on. I think you're saying one there. It says IRS alignment. Use GPSL from position init page 2 instead of last position. Oh yeah, in the IFMS. Okay. Alright, I'll stop there when we get to there. Let's put on the battery. Oh, I have to connect the ground power. Could go here. They don't have a flight back yet. Come on, PMTG. We always make things overly fantastically done. FS actions. And ground surfaces. Progress the ground power. And that'll do. Check weather info. Oh, I'll show you the flight plan here. This is going to be... it's a short flight plan because the last few last week they were reasonably longish, so I'd have time to think. In the way, I haven't given myself much time to think. So there is the flight plan there. I put it in the chat there, right? For those of you who wish to see it, in the chat here. There we go. It's the flight plan. Flight level. The flight level is, the highest here is 36,000 feet. So I put that in. Alright, so that's our flight plan. Athens to Palermo. I didn't pronounce it. Palermo. Oh god, now that I'm trying to... Palermo. Sicily. Sicily we're going to, folks. Sicily. Patton chewed the shit out of Sicily in World War II. Anyway. Checklist. I'm in a slightly odd mood today. You're going to have to just bear with me. Okay, so no alarm clock. AP starting. It's easier if you set cold and dark GPU as the PMDG startup state. Then you won't have to manually ask for the GPU. Okay, I'll leave it because it's kind of realistic, isn't it? It's something you got to think of. You know, not that I'm going to be flying these for real. You know. But it's nice to have some procedures. I agree with you, Robert, and I'll have to. I wonder will I take a day off tomorrow and just do procedures tomorrow. You know, tomorrow night when I have the time. We'll talk about it on the cruise. Okay, so park brake is it's not set, but good. It's good to check. Good to, no, come on. What the deuce? Why won't it set? Anybody? That's weird, isn't it? That is confusing. Okay. Now let me just pay attention to Robert Time says. Yeah, I leave the GPU. Okay, it's an APU start. Just put both gens on instead of just one. So there's two here. These are two generators here. Are they for the APU? Yes. Let me just change the camera here a little bit. So these two here, you're saying, is that the two generators for the APU? I'm a little bit, because that's this APU gen. Is that right? Okay, so it's the two of them, not just the one. Thank you, Robert Times. That's another thing I've learned. Okay, so let's kick off the. Let's go to the checklist and we get to that then, right? So parking brake, I can't put it on. Battery, garden closed. Standby power. Standby power. Now this standby power business, I kind of skipped that the last day. There it is. There. Producer buttons, come away from there. Come away from there, producer buttons. What is she doing? Sorry, folks, just moving the camera straight. Come here. Come up. Good talk. Don't go in there. She's got the cone on and everything, which causes havoc. She's in great form. So standby power is on auto. Okay, fine. Fuel pumps. That's on as well. APU start now. So you said put the two. So let's start the APU. Oh shit! I'm trying to get it. No, come away. Good talk. Please behave yourself. Stop it. She's really. All of a sudden, she was very quiet there this afternoon. I was worried about her there. Okay, where was I? APU starting. Is it starting? Did I hit that button? There we go. APU generator on. 1, 2. Is that what you're saying, Robert? Have the two of them flick down. Robert says wait. Oh, you gotta wait. Okay, you gotta wait because the APU has gotta start, right? So will I switch those off again until the APU's built up? Yeah, it's a bit early of me, but you know. Okay, I will just write that down. So I didn't do the ground school for this. Wait. Now it's going back to 4. Okay, that lights up then. Then you put them on. There we go. There, says Robert. Excellent. Thank you, Robert. Robert's going to help us all learn this, folks. What else did he say in that first comment? Okay, use GPSL from positive page 2 instead of last use position and engine start procedure. Okay. Logo light. Logo light on. Cabin lights as required. Emergency exit lights. We need those for stuff and things in case something bad happens. So there. Passenger signs. I'll have to look for them now. That's the producer buttons moving the camera. She's jumping around here. She's. You just keep doing what you're doing there, producer. So I'm happy she's busy. Pax auto high. And Pax auto high. I'll put them on auto. IRS mode selectors. Here we go, Robert. No, it's not. Just put them on. I had them to come on pretty quick. Actually, I should have done that when I first sat down here, no? That'll take a minute or two. So now we gotta wait. We gotta wait for a bit. So, for those to align. Can we go ahead, though, to the FMC? Let's try. So, Robert said, let's go back to the main menu, FMC. Of course, the last use position is less accurate, he's saying. So, I kind of flew through it there. So, let me read his first comment. APU start. No, okay. Yeah. Scroll up a little bit here. Okay, pause in it. I remember this now from flying the was years ago, flying the X, flying the, I've even forgotten the name, X-plane. Pause in it. So go to pause in it first, because it leads you along, doesn't it? Select it from here, Robert. Is that what you're saying? Up here? There. Use last. Yep, thank you, Robert. There is a little bit of delay, so copy you, paste here. There we go. And we're going to go along with the flow, isn't it, Robert? I'm guessing. And then to page 2. Oh, go to page 2 and pause in it. Page 2. I don't know what's going on there. I think you mean route, do you? I'm guessing you mean route. Sorry, my fault. Switch IRS off again. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Oh, hang on. I missed some comments there. Yeah. Sorry, my fault. Switch IRS off again. Do you want me to switch it off? Sorry, my fault. No, do it right this time. Sorry, my fault. Switch off the IRS. Okay, let's do that then. I'm going to do this right, folks. Okay? So it's going to take a little bit longer. IRS, where are you? Off here. Okay, let's switch it off. Okay, so it's off. I'll stand by for your comments. Limp Rocketeer, greetings. Are you going to follow along, Limp? We're going to learn the 737 today a little bit better. Now to nav again. Okay. That's done. Go to pause in it, page 2. Oh. I have to write all this down. Okay. It's bizarre seeing as it worked the last time, but you're saying it was less accurate. There you have a copy of GPSL line. Okay. Left. So copy that. Copy it into the sketchpad. Okay. And put it in page 1 if all the boxes are still there. Yeah, that's the same. Okay, so that's that done. Never mind, do it next time. I screwed it up. I'll have to look this up in the video, Robert. Do you know, this is complicated stuff because I'll bore everyone to tears. Do you know? I'll have to look that up in a video. I just need the time to fine tune all this stuff. No, it's okay. It's okay. Now, where was I? Okay, so kind of as far as I'm aware, folks, we went into init. No, I want it. No, it's all changed now. Blast. Darn. Init. Okay. We have to load the flight plan, folks. Is what we got to do first of all. All right. So bear with me now till I think. Request flight plan. Okay, and we are going from. Oddly enough, it doesn't put it in the first one. Is it the last page when it builds them up? There, is that it? Yeah, that's it. So it's the last one. Lima, India. No, that ain't it. Second, this is it here. I wonder why I put it in this one. Lima Golf Alpha Victor. Yeah, Lima India. Robert's saying wait there. We wait there, folks. If you put in the departure airport in the flight plans, will be sorted. If you put in the departure airport in the flight plans, will be sorted at right page. Okay, so what you're saying is don't load the flight plan yet. Put in the departure first. Is that what you're saying? Nope. RTE page. Okay. So what do we do here then? Origin. Oh, you actually typed them in. Well, it loads it for us. No? Let's see what you mean. Okay. Lima Golf Alpha Victor. And the destination then, yes? I'm presuming you're gonna destination. Put in the destination now. You can also type the destination and it will only load the applicable flight plans. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so rather than getting 20 or 40 flight plans, how many of you have, this will load the only one you want. Okay, thank you, Robert. That's great. Okay, so our arrival is Lima, India, Charlie, Juliet. So now, just to recap that. There we go. Lima, India, Charlie, Juliet. So now when I request a flight plan, it'll only give me the relevant one. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, here and now it does. Okay. Okay, let's see what that gives. Oh, so it's only that one. Okay. It's there. Just press select. Okay. Okay. So it's just a different way of doing the same thing, except, you know, load. There we go. Route, uplink, loading. I see what you mean. You might have 100 there. I was hoping it might list the first one, the most relevant one, but it doesn't. It's somewhere in there, so you got to go looking for it. Let's activate the flight plan. Execute. Happy days. And it brings us on to perf init. We got all our weights and stuff. There we go. Pops them all in. Reserve. You've got to put something into reserves. Thank you, Robert. Thanks for telling us cost index. We go actually a Ryanair 3. Flight level. It said here in the flight plan 36,000 feet, so I'll go 360. Flight level 360. Great. N1 limit. Transition altitude here is actually 9,000 feet. Okay. 9,000. I wonder what it tells us. So our trans is actually 9. I just saw that there. Good. It's alphabetically listed. Ah, so it's okay. Thank you, Robert. That would make sense, wouldn't it? These little things help. Do you know? So request init. Perf init. No, we've done that. N1 limit. Sorry. N1 limit. Fine. Now we need our takeoff speeds, but there's no point getting our takeoff speeds now because we haven't selected our runway. So let's go to arrival departure. Let's go to departure. We're departing. Don't press the request too late. Okay. Don't press request too late. Does that stuff things up on me? Oh god. Quick recap. Last flight. Upon reviewing the stream, I saw you in search for the Win downloads, activated and executed perf init request by accident. After you already filled it in manually, doing so changed the cruise and the flight level. God, this make it awkward, don't they? After you already filled it in manually, doing it so changed the cruise altitude and flight level 260 shouldn't have been flight level 240. Hence the problem with the descent. You never made it so the usually entered wrong cruise altitude, so VNAV thought you would like to stay at 24,000 feet for the moment and didn't initiate the descent. So thusly it didn't initiate the descent. Okay. I did, probably, yeah, okay. So I haven't stuffed it up this time because I didn't load it. So I don't do it twice. Okay. Alright, so ergo, fill in the perf init page yourself and leave it alone. Yeah, okay. Okay. I have to get this sorted. It's I see these little things you gotta write down and have a list and then you just come, but that's just a list of actions. So what it has to happen is now we have to know how this actually works, you know, not just the 1% won't do, the 1% of knowledge won't do. Okay, let's just get the runways loaded. Okay, so we are going we're departing runway 03 right, and we are using the KOR. Next page, K Oscar Romeo 2 Tango, that's the one I was given. We'll execute that. Our arrival, seeing as we know where we're going, I'll clear that. Arrival, we have selected runway 25. Localizer Z25. And we want PAL 3 left. PAL 3 left. Transition? I have to learn about the transitions. Let's see what that gives. Okay, let's just check that down. Oh, why aren't we getting any data there? Are we getting no data at all for our nav? This is our nav. So we've got to go. Robert Times says go to init perf. Init index. There's no index. No, there is. Perf init uplink. Don't load. No, it's very different from what I did the last time. The uplink. Okay, what do I do now then? Oh, here, this bit here. Erase. Okay. Done. Now what? Now your own data is still there, yeah, but we've got no. Check it. You can't check it. It's like the IRS isn't aligned. Init ref index page. Index performance page. Do I have to init request again? Still all good. Well, we're not getting any alignment at all. Go on. Then one limit. Oh, I hit this, you mean? Is that what you mean? Hit init request. No, he says. Meaning over here. Leave Farfallonia, okay. So what's with this? See, this kind of stuff, Robert, I'll have to do on my own because we're just holding up the stream. Go to the most upper overhead. Take part and dial to the right. See this stuff. Most upper dial. Take part and dial to the right. To see the time, I'll take the. To see the time, it'll take to the line. All right. Okay, I see what you mean. Where was those two damn buttons? Here they were. Here. Oh, I see what you're saying. So what is it? Control 4 or something? Or is it Shift 4 to get the overhead? That's it. There we go. Here. So there's our... We're aligned onto nav. So you said... is it here or... I remember seeing this way back in the day. To see the time. Heading states. Okay. Nothing. Oh, turn up the brightness maybe. No, nothing. That's strange. I think you have to turn the battery down. I think you have to turn battery down and again. Off, you mean on again? Well, okay. All right. Where's the battery? Where is the battery? Is the battery there? I'm blind here. I just have to go what I usually do, Robert, because it'll take too long. I'm getting even more confused now. My battery's back on again. And I'll realign it. Off. Where was that? There it is here. Control 7. Where are you? Here it is. 0 it says. Okay, let's switch on the ground part. Let's switch on the ground part. I think smaller questions, Robert, because it'll take us, you know, I'm kind of learning by text, which is going to take forever, man, you know. So what we'll do is we'll that's some stuff I have to do on my own. Okay, so now we got to do it from here again. So dual FMC op restored. Enter IRS position. Okay, so boom, that's what I've been doing before. There you go. It works. It works. There you go. So now, sorry folks, just wanted to learn a few things. Thanks, Robert. No worries. Okay, so where were we? FMC. Okay, so let's just check our route. That's where we left off there. So let's go to plan mode, folks. There's going to be lots of errors there. And let's go to legs. And step. Good. Oh, go away and turn around again. Okay, fine. That'll be interesting. Probably won't make that turn. Clap, climb. That's good. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, overhead for a right downwind. Very nice. I didn't see any discontinuities there. Very nice. Let me just check that. There is one. I knew I saw one. Where are you? Where are you? This one. Go back to there. Execute. Okay, so that bit there, it had a discontinuity. But look, we can take over by hand. No big deal. So we're going to take off up this way and woohoo! Come all the way around. Okay, fine. That'll do. We'll worry about the shit when it happens. Back to map mode now, and back to 10 nautical miles. And transpond. Have I set the V-speeds? I have not. Let us go into... Sorry about let's go into... let me think. Index. Performance. There we go. And run limit. Fine. Take off. And there's the V speeds. But we have... Oh, we have to reselect our runways again. Yeah, we do. So we're taking off 03 right. We're going to use the KOR2 departure. KOR2 Tango departure. Boom. Execute that. Odd. Now it knows what runway we're taking off, surely. Let's go back to arrival departure, see if we have an arrival in here. Yeah, let's put that in then. So we're coming into runway 25. Localizer Z. It's active. I know it's active there, that's fine. But I'll just do this again for no reason whatsoever, actually. I made a mistake. It says it. It's already selected. I thought it deselected it, so I'm doing it again. Oops. PAL 03. Where are you? Left. That's already selected. Execute. Okay, fine. Okay, right. Next, V speeds. So it knows what runways we're taking off. So what's going on with those V speeds? Oh, I haven't got flaps set. That would help. That would help. You gotta have those flaps. So that's my mistake there. That's fine. Okay, we've got a V speeds in there. Happy days. And QR. Yeah, I'll have that on. Thank you. That's all done. Good. Happy days. Let's go back to the next page and backtrack and take off. Transponder not to be set. ILS max speed. Okay, that's set. Let's just say it's in the FMC. I know it. I just have to get my... We'll go 145 there for our takeoff safety speed. It's in here. So if I go back then... Oh, there is another discontinuity there. I see it here. Let's copy U. Previous page to there. Execute. There we go. Everything else is fine. Yeah, sorry. Takeoff safety speed is in... I gotta get used to this. Sorry about this, folks. One day I will be an expert. Now I'm worried about both aircraft. Can you be an expert at both? I don't think so. Finish. Index. Takeoff. And 141. And 4 knots for the wife and kids. Okay? There you go, 145. Initial altitude, it's at 10,000 feet. We'll leave it at 10,000 feet for now. Yaw damper, we want to set that on. Where are you? There you no, yeah, there we go. Yaw damper on. Window heat. Window heat. That's electrics. See, you got to hunt for it, don't you? Window heat's on. Flight altitude is set. Landing altitude set. Okay, so that's referring to... I'm going to write that down. That's referring to the flight altitude and landing altitude. That's related to the cabin pressure. I'm just going to write a note here. That's related to cabin pressure. If it's at cabin pressure, altitude and landing altitude, then it would make sense. So that is... Where are you? I know I saw you. I know I saw you. Where are you? There we go. We're going up to, I said, 36,000 feet. And we are at, we see here now. Runway altitude is at... Where are you? Been a long day, folks. It's usually up here. Actually, better not set V2 speed higher for safety reasons unless you want to visit the wife and kids in the garden at the end of the runway. Ah, it's only 4 knots. I'm doing it. It's going to happen. Height of the runway. No? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. That's bizarre. It's like a different plate. I know we're practically at sea level. So I put in 100. It's not going to make a big difference anyway. Landing altitude flight directors are booked on. 1 and 2. LNAV, VNAV as required. Boom. Boom. Good. Minimums reference barrel. Well, that's where we're coming in. Not concerned about minimums now. We'll do that in the way. Altimeter ref, that should be hectopascals. Yeah, auto brake, reject takeoff. Do we really do that now? Comms and radios. Okay, we're not using the doors. Comms and radios, we'll worry about that in the way. Before takeoff checklist, auto throttle arm. Auto throttle is here. Fuel pumps I already put on there. Fuel pumps are on. Electric hydraulic pumps. There you are. Anti-collision light, we want to put that on. Parking brake is not set for some reason, but look, I don't know what to tell you. We'll get moving in a second. Probably because of the chocks and the ground equipment remove. Now I bet you it'll work. So you've got to go in here to remove the ground equipment. Let's go to the menu, flight sim actions, ground surfaces. Remove the ground power, please. And the chocks. You guys on there? Oh, right. The APU, because did we restart? The APU's gone off there. So that's a bit of a bummer. Let's reconnect the ground power. Give me the ground power, please. Chocks on. Ground power request. Made a boo-boo, folks. I thought the okay, it is on. It is now. Come on, Grandpa. The APU was not on there. Oddly enough. No indications. I'm sure there's indications somewhere else with regards to the ground power. It can't be that simple. Surely. Let's make sure the generators are on. And then we can switch off the ground power. No, off. Right, the ground power is off now. We've got the APU. Now we can get rid of all the stuff. Release the ground power, please. And remove the shocks, please. Now I bet you can put on the brake. No. There was a little sneaky update, by the way, with Microsoft Flight Sim, folks. Ground equipment engineer. Okay, let's get back here. Is the battery on? Oh, did I switch the battery back on though? Yeah, battery was on. Selecting battery. God, it really stuffed me up there. APU gens were on. Yeah, I double checked that. Yeah, we're all good now after resetting the battery for some reason. Oh no, we're not. Oh god, we're never going to get out of here now. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to do this my way. We're going to do this my way, folks. Sorry. We're going to do this my way. We're going to restart the damn thing. No patience, it's going fucking crazy on me since I changed all the stuff that I was doing before. We're gonna reset it. It's driving me up the wall. I just lost my train of thought there completely. I don't know what I stuffed something up there. Yeah, Coolin says you need to press your brakes before. Yeah, and I was doing exactly that. I was pressing the brakes. Won't take long. I'll just kick it off very quickly. Yeah, you depress your brakes, Coolin. Or Cooklin says you got to press your brakes. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Maverick Cornet, greetings. Hi, sir. Did you try to play DCS? Yes, I have actually. DCS Dux has been great. He was helping me DCS, and I enjoyed it. And then I was learning that, and this is the same time. So I said, what am I going to do? Am I going to do DCS World or Flight Sim? So I want to get back to DCS World. Do you know? Yeah, I think the update didn't go so well, folks. What do you reckon? Okay, let's just go as I said before, okay? Something I'm going to skew there. Patreon. Happy days. Let's press the grandpa. And while that's happening, actually, let's get the APU on immediately. Right? And let's get those IRSs aligned immediately so we don't have to wait around. So, boom, 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 boom. There we go. Oops. Let's get the ground services. I want the ground power, please. And betcha brakes will come on now, will they? Oh no. Everything's screwed up, folks. What's going on with my controls? See that? My throttles are working, but my actual physical controls aren't working. You see that? There we go. Market make battery, standby power, fuel pumps. Generator for the APU there, that was fine, did that. Position lights, we put them on steady. Yeah, and they are on steady. Cabin lights as required. Emergency exit lights. There we go. Passenger signs, yeah. Packs, auto, high. We put them on auto. IRS mode selectors, we did that already. And they're doing their thing, hopefully they've just aligned. But thank you, Robert. There's one thing I have learned here is that how long it's going to take. So if I hit Control F7 there, it should be 8 minutes. Is that correct? No, that should be sped up. Control space to get back to your normal view. Let's go to the flight plan. Okay, good. Let's go to the flight plan and load the flight planner very quickly. I'm just going to do it the way I did it before because we know that works, you know. So initial ref, no, copy you, no, last position. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I do get that, right? I do get what you're saying here, last position, but it worked for me last time. I don't know why. So you said this one. Is that the same here, left and right? So you said take the left one, 57.0, 23, 57, 23, 57. So you can do it this way. No. That in there. Okay. Did I use left there or right? I think I did use left. Request flight plan. Boom. We just have to look for LGAV. LGAV, LICJ. There we go. Boom. Select that and request flight plan. Very good. Come on. Come on. This is going to take a while to get started, folks. You may as well make yourself a sandwich. Do you know? A nice bit of cake, perhaps. No? Come on. It's loaded. Right. Now it's activated. Great. Arrival departures. We're going to depart at runway 03 right. We're going to take the Tango 2 Kilo Oscar runway Tango 2. There we go. Execute you. Back to arrival departures. I'm going to arrive at runway 25. Don't worry about the winds in the way. Runway 25. Look at RZ. We're going to come in PAL 3. PAL 3 left. PAL 3 left. Boom. Execute. There was a discontinuity there, so we're going to find that. Let's go to 40 miles and let's go to plan mode. Let's go to right, or legs, should I say. Oh, it's very early on. So next page, copy you. Previous page, copy to there. And execute. And step. No broken lines. And they're all good. Great, that's pleasing. I like that. Let's go back to map mode now. Go back to 10 miles. And back, just hit the legs there to start it up at the beginning. And next we want to select our V-speeds. So, no, not menu, dummy. Net ref, no, oh yeah, we need all this. 0308, good. Reserve 1. Cost index 3. We're going to say flight level 36,000 feet. 360. Great. Execute. N1 limit. We want flaps 5. We got our V-speeds. And 141. The speed. Oh, we have it here. Remember? Oh, I remember that thing from Robert. There we go. 141. See, it takes a while to get. You got to do this many times. 141. Happy days. Altitude 10,000 feet is fine for the moment. And that is everything in the FMC as far as I can tell. You can use the cost index 500 for maximum speed. Oh, really? It's 500? I thought it went up to 99, Robert. That was my assumption. So it goes from 0 to 500. Is that right? So we can catch up a bit. Oh, okay. Well, look, we'll see. We can change that as we go, can't we? Transponder set, ILS max speed. We want our speed ref. We've just set our speed ref. That's fine. Altitude, that's fine. Heading runway tech, we can do that as we line up. Initial altitude set, that is for the cabin altitude. So 36,000 feet. We'll put 100 there. Yaw damper on. Where are you, sneaky little shit? Yaw damper's there. Window heat. See, I get very quick at this. Very quick. We put on the PDO heat for we're here. Flight altitude set. Landing it. We did that as well. Flight directors both on. Flight director onto 1, onto 2. LNAV, VNAV. Minimums ref. Well, that's when we're coming back in. I don't want to care about that. Don't care about that. Okay, let's start those engines. Let's get out of here, folks. So, APU is started. Do we have those generators running? Yes, we definitely do. It's at 4. APU is running. Engine start. Only use ignition left or right. And add fuel at 25% N2. Okay, so that's what you were saying earlier on. Right, engine start. Only use ignition left or ignition right. But that's the only way you can do it. Oh, I see, yeah. Okay, so if we're going to start the left, yeah, I get you. We were doing that, weren't we? Oh, my head. Get rid of the stairs and all the nonsense. Got a menu, got to flight sim actions, ground services. We can get rid of the ground power and we can get rid of the chocks. Will the actual park brake set this time? No, it won't. There's something wrong with my controls, folks. Look, they had a sneaky update. They've had a sneaky update, and I was quite concerned that there'd be an issue with the controls. Now, I know it's not the sim. You see the way the controls here are really slow? See that? But the rest is fine. The rest is fine. Please don't switch switches again randomly. Jeez, nearly had a heart attack when you start switching the APU switches again when not needed. Well, you know, you had a heart attack. My controls are stuffed, right? This is the thing with updates. So I don't know what's going on there. Has it taken in something else? That's the worst stream ever. It's like it slowed it down by half. Any ideas, anyone? Oh man, I've no time for this. I have no time for this whatsoever. Hopefully the autopilot will be able to do it. I can handle the aircraft with that. We just have to live with it for now. We just have to live with it and go through it. Right, let's get pushback. Is that thing gone? Yes, it is. Yeah. I want the tail to my right, as I see it. Tail to the right. Come on. Come on, Mr. Grant. Still getting into position. Goulid. Excuse me. Set CFG, the FMC. I need to get a proper checklist here with all this stuff. Yeah, we can do that now. We can do that. We'll stop here when we get our pushback going and we'll just double check that stuff. Okay. I want the nose to the right. There we go. So we'll check that, yeah. Good point. What update? You also said, Cooklin. No, not 12. It was just an update. It just said I had to update Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't know what it was for. I wasn't expecting it. It was just an update when I uploaded it. Let's set the CFG in the trim. CFG in the trim. It's difficult when you kind of... A little knowledge is dangerous, folks. Isn't it? Little knowledge is dangerous. Okay, will I put the parking brake on? Something wrong, folks. Rudders are working, but controls are sloppy. Look at that. How am I supposed to rotate? Well, that is 3 degrees per second. So I'll have to worry about that after the stream, folks. Let's see how we get on with it. Okay, let's start the engines, shall we? And as you said there, Robert, left. So what does it say here? Let me see. Ignition start. Use ignition left or right and add fuel to 25%. Yeah. But there we go. Left. Left. Now, we haven't put on the APU bleed. Have I missed a whole lot in the checklist? I have. I'm thinking of the Airbus again, folks. That's what's happening. So that ain't going to work. We need to switch those packs off. And we need the APU bleed on. Let's see if it'll actually work there. Oh, it is kicking off there now. Okay, got it in time. So you said N1 there to 25%. Is the N1 here? Well, where's the percentages? There it is. There you go. Add in some fuel. There we go. I can hear it kicking off. Can you folks hear it kicking off? Oh, N2. Of course. Sorry, Robert. So it's down here. They have it down here. I just realised that. Yeah. Because I was looking here. Why don't they just have that? Well, there's no room, I suppose. Okay. That's going to kick back here. So what I'm doing now is just the surface. Without knowing how it works in the end, kind of. It's going to click back. There we go. Let's go to the right. Onto guard. Or grind. Is it grind, Robert, or guard? It looks... What does this G or D stand for? There we go. Get movement there. What does it stand for? The G or D? Is it grind? Oh, it's ground. So you're starting on the ground. Okay. So it's a whole lot of reasons for that then. There we go. 25%. Yeah. There you go. Adding fuel now. I love the way Can you hear the sounds, folks? So, Cooklin, SU12 was released. PMDG have put an update out to fix some bugs with it. Oh, great. Yeah, well, we'll see how that works. Do you know? What I might do, right? I might take... What day's tomorrow? Wednesday. I might take Wednesdays off so I can just learn stuff. Because I'm kind of streaming here and learning what's behind what's going on, do you know? Okay, so the engine started. Engine hydraulic pumps, electric hydraulic pumps. I thought I switched that was on before. Boom, boom. Anti-collision light is... well, that should have been on before I started the engine, no? I don't think I have a very good checklist here. Park or brake, I mean, that's in any airplane. The beacon light comes on. Am I reading that right? Yeah, anti-collision light. So that's not the beacon. That's the is that the beacon there, the anti-collision light? No? Do you know? No, I'm behind here. Sorry. No, I was actually reading the wrong part of the checklist. Forgive me. It's been a long day, folks. Okay, before checks out, generators 1 and 2 on. Generators on. Sorry, I've stuffed up there big time. Good. Probe heat on. Where's the probe heat? We'd be halfway there by now. Probe heat. I've gone blank. Oh, it's up here. Way out of the way. I put it on before, didn't I? There we go. Wing anti-ice, I put that on. Engine anti-ice, yeah, we'll worry about that. Packs auto. So packs go back to auto. Good stuff. Isolation valve, auto. APU bleed is off. Oh no, what am I doing? APU bleed is off. And APU off. And engine start switch is continuous. Because we're going to be taking off. Flaps is required. There we go. 5 degrees of flaps. Nice little picture of the flaps there, folks. Very good. Flaps are set. Elevator trim. Now, here we go. Here's the CFG, the elevator trim. Okay. No, not the menu. Here we go. Where are you? 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 Where is the CFG? Where was it? Oh, yeah, that would help. 599. It's pretty much set to 599. There you go. Flight controls are not full free and correct, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, they look a bit better now. Okay, I don't know what was going on. They were really slow before, so maybe that's something to do with hydraulics. Do you know, maybe they've modeled the actual hydraulics. So I was pushing back and it was like this. I pulled back all the way in the control column. Oh, I'm going to move the camera there so you can see what's going on here. And it was really slow, but now it's fine. So that's to do with the hydraulics, I'm guessing. Right, because we started the engines. Okay, elevator trimmer set for takeoff. Flight controls are full free, correct recall. That's for the 737-800, but those lights have gone off. It makes sense for this as well. Display unit off for the lower one. How do you do that there? There we go. Oh, it has the N2 here. Look, there we go. Great. Lower display units off. Taxi lights on. When we turn off lights, if I remember, come on as well. Or as required, we put them on for shits and giggles. Landing lights stay off. Taxi checklist. Yeah. Before takeoff checklist, we'll do that. I mean, let's get taxiing. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted after that. Really. Now, is the park or brake going to work? No. Let's see if we move forward even. We're moving. We're moving, folks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off
Exhausting.
shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your
It is
loud
quite
babies
exhausting.
in the overhead soundproof lockers. Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies.
Okay,
that stow
so
them
let's get
under
ready
your
for our
seat. We also ask
departure.
that you are seated and
We
table
want that
tried,
there.
are in your upright position for
We've
takeoff.
got our
Please ensure all
altitude
personal electronic
set. We'll
devices,
put it up to 36
including
because I'll be
laptops,
chit-chatting, won't
cell
I?
phones, and powered sexual implements are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this
Oh,
flight, but
got
we will
this.
serve large amount of alcohol to
It's much
ensure
easier.
that your intoxicate levels are high for those of you who are feeling unruly. Alcohol is
Johnny
provided
C's with us
to
and Redcap's
ensure
with
your
us as well.
personal
Grant is still updating.
intoxication
Oh, you're
and
updating as well,
dehydration
yeah.
on arrival.
Evening all,
Those
nice of you to
who
wait
are
for me, Johnny C
mentally
says. No worry, we
compromised
were
will
actually saying that.
also
We said
be
we better wait for
offered
Johnny C.
alcohol, but smoking
You know.
e-cigarettes is most
Thank God that Johnny
definitely
C.
prohibited. This will make sense to us for
You know.
some reason. Thank you for choosing Reaper Sim for your flight, and we hope you
Trainers
enjoy
number
this
2 are
journey
on.
with us.
Pro Peach is on. Yeah, we've done that. Before takeoff, parker brake. Yeah, well, fuel flow. Reset then rate. I don't know what that does. I'll have to find out what that does. At least reset and then it goes to rate. Set of fuel pumps are on. De-ice, don't need it. Cabin lights as required. Flight instruments checked. So everything's fine. We set our takeoff box and the timer and all that stuff. Engine instruments check. V1 and V, the V-speeds are already in. There's more stuff to do here, I know this. Let's just keep it simple for now. Nav equipment, request takeoff clearance, landing lights, strobe light. That's we line up with the runway and we're good to go. There we go, folks. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf
I'm
of
going
the
very
crew,
fast
I
with the
ask that you
taxiway.
please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures to remind you of possible horrific death during this flight. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. When you are intoxicated,
Ah, no,
please
Robert, don't worry,
refrain from
because I
opening
did learn a few
emergency
things there, no?
exits during your possible drunk episode
I
during
think the
this flight.
start, right,
Should
Robert,
the
the
cabin
start, I have
experience
to,
sudden pressure loss,
you
stay
know,
calm and listen
one
for
thing at a time,
instructions
but I
from
think
the
in the
cabin
stream
crew.
when we're trying to figure stuff out, it could take another, we could be here for hours. I could be, because what happens, Robert, is I'm trying to interpret the text, and as you know, trying to, with text messages sometimes, you could easily misinterpret them and you get confusion there, don't you? But no, you're helping out. Simple, we keep it really simple though. And these real world procedures, I gotta get the time for that, I know. I know. And I would like to have the real world procedures, and I will find out a way to get them. You know, and get, there's a right here guys here doing videos. You know, they're doing videos and all I have to do is get the time. Time is a resource now that is far and few between. So it's either I don't fly at all and study, and there's no streaming, or we're all screwed. Do you know? So before takeoff checks this, landing lights, so let's get the basics on here. Let's get the landing lights on. They can come off, then we get onto the runway. I think the taxi lights stay out of the Airbus, I'll leave them on there. That should be on, the strobe light should be on, logo's on. Taxi lights, transponder, TRRA, yep. So I want the transponder on here, folks, where are you? I'm just going to put it to TA only. Clock and go. Let's go. That's one of the boys. Now, because I reset, I didn't put on the live weather. So go live weather. There we go. The weather will change, folks. Robert says, for the rest of the flight, just ask if you want to know something. Let's make it nice and easy to flight from now on. It's just the start, Robert, really, isn't it? It's just the start, because you've been so helpful. I wouldn't be flying this now if it wasn't for you, so don't worry. We just got screwed. I probably pressed the wrong button and misinterpreted your text, didn't I? So we're going 03 right. That's the next one. Isn't it? Not this one. That's left. Oh, let's go on the old Toby there. But yeah, Robert, you're right in what you're saying, but I need to, you know, get the time. So I'm tempted, lads and lassies, to not stream on Wednesdays and to use time to learn one thing or a couple of things. These procedures like circuits and, you know, all that kind of stuff. This week I've got loads of stuff on, so I might do that. Just change the, you know. There we go. We're all lined up. Happy days. Let's get right on the centre line here. Let's start the clock. And hit the toggle button, shall we? Oh, no, central line there. Let's hit the toggle button. I got that's bizarre. You just set that little button. Where's the little red button here? There we go. And toga. Oh, there's a whole load of stuff I left off here. A whole load of stuff I left off here, folks. Oh no. I've forgotten something, folks. I've forgotten something. LNAV ain't working. Why ain't LNAV working? This is where I need you, Robert. See? Lateral nav. What I've forgotten. What a bummer. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want that to happen to you, do you? Use heading like in the first stream. Oh yeah. Setting mode. Let's use setting mode, folks. Toggle button isn't working either. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, we're going. There's nothing we can do about it. Any knots? There you want. Rotate. Positive right. Gear up.
Positive recline.
Okay, it's on now. Good. And has auto throttle kicked in? Let's toggle top. It's no, it hasn't really. N1, we're on N1 now. Okay, we're all good. Flaps is now telling me here, Robert. You're telling me this, Robert, right? It says 1 there. Flaps 1. Is it that simple? You don't have to remember anything. And now flaps up. Yeah, for auto brake the throttles should be at idle actually, but I didn't need them after all. Okay. So auto brake the throttles should be at idle actually. Maybe my physical throttles, maybe the throttles weren't on idle when you hit the toggle button. Is that what you're saying? I'm wondering. There we go, folks. Let's have a look outside. Sorry for the massive delay. There you go. Athens, folks. Let's get some eye candy going. Let's just switch off the cameras for the moment. There we go. Eye candy action. Better hop inside to make sure we're not going crazy. I'll tag up now to say hello to who's following us. There you go. 6,000 feet now. Transition is at where are you, trans? Oh, where's the Navigraph gone? Why did you abandon me, Navigraph? 9,000 feet. So that's fine. Speed is good. Flaps are up, gears up. Switch the brakes off there now. I can put the gear lever where it should be. Anything else? Not yet. Don't need those taxi lights anyway. They're off. 10,000 feet the lights come off. So coming up to our 9,000 feet, let's just say we're cleared. So we're going to go to standard here. Standard once. Boom. Standard twice. And standard thrice. There we go. Now we're taking our turn as we expect. I don't think it's going to make this turn. Got up to 10,000 feet now. Switch off the landing lights off. Or will it? Will it make the turn? Place your bets. Robert Time says you tried to reset the auto brake for rejected takeoff off and on again, but we're already taken off, so throttles weren't at idle anymore. Okay, because I saw your comment earlier on. Wasn't it something like switch it off and on again? But it's probably too late. So, you know, so there's 10,000 feet gone now. We're going on our after takeoff checks as best we can. Flaps are up. Here, I'm sure there's some other stuff. Let's read the checklist, shall we? After takeoff checklist. No. Climb out checklist. Okay, very good. Command A or B, yeah, that's done. Passing transition altitude, we've set our transition to standard. Below 10,000 feet, max 250 knots. We're going to be flying above that now. We're way below it. We're above 10,000 feet now. That's fine. Landing lights off. Landing lights are off. Fasten safety belt signs off. We let the drunken passengers stumble around the cockpit. I don't know which one it is. Center fuel pumps as required. And set our rings. That's thank you, Robert Times. So it's making the turn. We're making the turn. All is well. I see the boys that were following us said, look, he's on the ground for too long. You know? Now getting off the ground. Sorry about that, folks. But look at greetings, Red Cap and Johnny C on YouTube. And Robert says that if you'd like to put the ND and the lower. Yes, thank you, Robert. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't, you know. And that is here, isn't it? You just keep pressing that, don't you? And it goes. So that's the engines. That's the system. And it only gives you hydraulics and brake temperature on your controls. Okay, fine. Like the Airbus, that's how you checked your controls. I know that you got your brake temperature. So you probably have it on oh no, hang on. Don't say a word. Say nothing, Robert. Don't say it. There we go. This one. There we go. Now we got all our stuff here. So whilst I'm playing the flight plan, I can see it here. Is that right? It says above the primary to flight display and ND. There we go. I got it. Thank you, Robert. You're our star. Here we go. We're on our way. So, while we're climbing, okay? Now we're climbing. I'm going to play with the computer. I'm just thinking here, memory is the thing, because the weekend's gone by now. Bear with me, I want to put those rings here. So, that was in fix. But first, go to legs. Go to the bottom. Oh wait, 25. Copy that. And go to rings. Fix. Boom. And we don't need the radiant, so we can just go boom 5. And we can go boom 10. That's that one. What the passengers getting on there? Are they getting on well?
Ladies and gentlemen, you may realize your safety belt and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use, while you left each two now to defecate is beyond us. Thank you.
Good stuff. There's Echo India Bravo, Mike Uniform 911. Very nice. Echo India Bravo, Mike Uniform. Let's look outside and see what's there. Johnny C's there. Johnny C's following along. Robert says, and I'll go back a bit. Check the altitude next to runway 25 on the legs page. Is that the altitude there? Is that the altitude there? 115? Then subtract 50 feet from the altitude and push it in the lower part of the pressurization level. Okay, so we're going to go 65. It's the destination altitude. Ah, so I don't have to look at the plate then. So it's about 65 feet, am I right? So, do you go higher or lower? Let me think about this. Probably go higher, no? Correct them under. Okay, so cool. So that means landing altitude. Lima, India. Charlie, Juliet. Oh. We're going into runway 25. I know it's probably against the winds, but I wanted the ILS. I don't want any confusion. There's the elevation I was looking for earlier on, remember? There you go, 65. There you go, Robert. That's so it's in the computer. Okay. Okay. So select the airport elevation, not the runway elevation. Okay. Let me do that again for memory's sake. So what you said. Go to the legs. Go to the end. No, go to the airport. The runway 25. Take 50 feet from that, so that's 65. And that just happens to be. But why don't they just put in. So I have more questions now. So take it from here. So that's adding more questions now, Robert. Now it says 115 feet. Why? Why? It's added 50 feet. Is that to the screen height or something? Choose whichever's closer. Okay. Okay. It's a shortcut. Don't know why it's 115 the FMC. Okay, cool. Okay. One day I have to sit down and watch the procedures in the real world. I just need the time. Well, we've established to get from A to B in the 737. So we can do that now in the 737, get from A to B, the 737, and the Airbus. Do you know? We don't need that cam. Unless... No, participants is over here behind me. You can't see participants. Get rid of that camera then. God darn it. Get rid of you. There you go. Now, how long have we got to go? Let's stay a little bit ahead of the airplane. I'm so tired today. It's liable. There's the top of climb. We got a good bit to go. Now we could speed things up. We'll do that once we level off. We can do it now. Because I haven't done a lot of this in the 737. Let's take over control here. I'm going too slow. I'm not pleased with that speed. I want to get that quicker. But you said, Robert, in the index. Where is the index actually? Oh, yeah. Maybe I should be going in here. To performance. So you can go up to 500. Now, would you do that in real life, I wonder? It's going up there. I wonder, is that a bad thing to be doing? Probably from a procedure point, because the pilots are told, you fly, because it's all calculated for the airline, isn't it? So I would say no to that. I'd say they don't do it that way, but we're doing it. You know. We'll get there quicker. By the way, toga on, Robert says, by the way, the toga button, takeoff go around button on all those full power, is on the throttle, is in the same place as your honeycomb. Really? So it's, where is it? Oh, this is here. Auto takeoff go around. There's the sticker there. So that's it. So it's kind of in the same place, but you press down instead of to the side in the honeycomb. Okay. See, I'm learning loads of stuff, Robert. I think just the start. The start I'll have to do myself. Do you know? Let's move that. So that's the talk about there. So, I've heard of this, a story from an airline pilot. He said he hit the autopilot disengage button instead of the toga button on takeoff. Yep. Now I know what he actually meant, because I didn't know where the toga button was. I thought it was here, but it's not. That's the autopilot disengage. And he hit the... Yeah, that's what happened. Great, Robert. That's great. So it's roughly... It's good enough. I have to say the honeycomb is brilliant. I don't know. Maybe I can zoom the camera in. Let me try if I can zoom the camera for you and show you the honeycomb thing I got the ad on. No, that's my face. I want to keep that for the moment. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Let's do some jiggery pokery here. Zoom. Will that work? There you go. Now you can see. Bear with me. I've got to do other stuff here behind the scenes. Done. Now you can kind of see it. I know it's a little bit far away. Actually, maybe I should zoom in some more. Let's zoom in some more. No, I won't. Look at. See the big sticks here? That's apparently real size. So you can get those. And you got the flap lever here and all sorts of stuff. Look, I'm making an effort, seeing as I said it, I'm only annoying people who don't have it now. So, what else? Hang on, Robert, I'll get back to you there. Let's just finish off what I was doing there. So, camera jiggery pokey. It's not doing it now. Well, that's as far as it'll zoom, folks, actually. That's as far as it'll go. But anyway, you got all the stuff there. I have to tell you, this one there is a red button here, but it's not under here. Not at least with the new sticks I got. If you know what I mean. So I've nothing here to disconnect the auto throttle, but there is a red button here that worked for us twice there with the auto throttle. You press it down, funnily enough. So I don't know. Anyway, we got the rings in. Let's get ready for our approach, shall we? Let's get ready for our approach. I didn't know the winds again. I know that. I know. We're going as fast as we can go. We have a headwind of 89 knots. What a bummer. And that's what you do in the airlines. You add a bit of speed for the headwinds. Index. Approach. So for approach, we're going to use flaps 30. What do you use mostly under, Robert? Robert says the green banana on the ND is the moment you reach your altitude. Yes, this guy here. This is the green banana here. That's when you reach. So I'm a little bit after top of climb, or is it, you know, maybe I should zoom in a bit. Be a bit more accurate. So, yeah. So top of climb, and that's when I reach the altitude which I've selected. So is the top of climb incorrect there? Also, Robert says, flaps 30 almost always. Okay. Like the Airbus is always full flaps. Well, not always, but most of the time. But so 30 almost always. Okay, great. Excellent. Oh, now it comes, the green banana comes in, look. Well, so interesting. It could be twitchy. Yeah, because we're kind of, you know, moving and things are changing rapidly. Great. So we're not far off it. So we can select 40 for our flap speed. Now, let's go back to the checklist here. See what they have in here. Cruise and descent preparation. Engine and instruments monitor. Fuel quantity check. I didn't add any fuel. Let's hope we get there. And if we don't, we're going to have an adventure. If we run out of fuel. Lights required. Yeah, before top of descent. ATIS airport information. Check. Let's have a look at the ATIS. Maybe I should load the weather. Now let me think about how I load the weather. Let me just see if I remember now. Not nav data. I don't remember going in there. No. That's other stuff I gotta work out, those N1 limits. So just try to remember rapid before I look. I know you're reminding me. I bet you are. But I want to remember myself about the winds where I loaded them, because I've forgotten that's 1,000 feet to go. So where was it? Where were you? I'm just looking around randomly now, don't worry about it. And we're getting close, I can feel it. My brain is telling me I'm getting close. Forecast. Request winds. Request. En route and descent. So I got the descent winds in. It'll tell me to load them now in a second. Oh. First, yeah, load. Now where does it get that weather from? Execute. Request, descent, winds request. I just did that now. Okay, not a lot of stuff in there. Cruise. What has the wind in here? Haven't done this, haven't done this. RTA, what's that? That's another thing I've got to worry about. Okay, you can go. Okay. En route winds and descent winds. So we got the winds. Okay, I remember that, thank God. Where was I in the checklist? Alright. Yeah, I want to read the ATIS. Let us have a look at the wind in Palermo. Lima, India, Charlie, Juliet. No. Juliet, please. Okay, it's Scorcho, basically. Issued the 21st, 2020 Zulu, which is just gone now. 10 minutes. With a 050 at 8 knots, so no worries landing into 25. 10k or more visibility, few clouds at 1800 feet. Temperature 13, dew point 10. QNH 1016. I'd like to put that in this one. There we go. And the trough. Nothing to see here. Basically, the weather's fine. Scorcho. Not pleased about that. I like the fog, but look, I chose the route. And I have to live with it. So, but yesterday's landing was very enjoyable. Okay, checklist. Ultimate radios. Okay, let's get our radios set up here, folks. Let us get in our radio action put in here. Oh, look, for some reason, radios aren't working. See, they're just working some days they aren't. Just And is it loaded? LICJ check driver still loaded? Yeah, it's already running, but it just decided not to work. Great. So I'll have to do it manually now. This is nav here, so we are coming into 109.5. 109.5. Decimal 5. There we go. 109. Decimal 5. Yep. The approach course. One thing I just realised there, I heard a little funny noise. Didn't put any music on. With all the panicking. We need music, folks, for that background joyous music. There we go. 10, where are you? 109.5. Just double checking the frequencies there. Let's not get that wrong. 109.5 and 244 is the approach course. Let me put that in the heading as well. Approach course. 244. 244 once, 244 twice. Good, good, good. And 109.5. There we go. Active. Active. That's that done. Happy days. MCP altitude check. So we are almost at our cruise. So I won't do that just yet. Oh, the hell? Right there. Producer buttons. Oh, producer buttons gets an 8 o'clock treat now, folks. FMC approach speed reference. No, not main group percent. 137. Can you add 5 knots? Well, there's no wind to worry about. 137 it is. But I can't do that yet, can I? Oh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. These ones. Oh. We got, we've got a problem in the cockpit, folks. We've got producer buttons kicking off. Is it a treat you want, producer buttons? It's a little treat you want. It's funny, since I put the collar on, she won't bark. Now, it's not too tight, because I know that, because it's very loose in her head. But she just won't bark like she usually does. So, let's get producer buttons. What? What? Don't treat. Little duck. I better get producer buttons a treat there, folks. Okay. Back in 2 seconds. Here's some. We're back in 2 seconds. Alright, we're back. Okay, so I just saw Robert Times there. I think you have to set the actual load, the descent winds, unless you did what I typed. I could have. So descent winds. So descent. Forecast. Descent winds uplift. There we go. So you do it in both, Robert, yeah? I presume you do that before you take off as well. Execute. I just did that. Okay, so fair enough. It's only given us 3 wins. 1 at 6, 1 at 15, and 1 at 250. Is that how it works? I guess so. I can only guess. And you can see the tops up there. Okay, right. Right, where was I? Good sound. It'd be nice to have that in the list here. Reset MCP altitude. Okay, we had our altitude, yes, surely we are. There we got 36,000 feet. We want to come down to 3,000 feet on the ILS. I can use my little button here, can't I? 3,000 feet. Press standard. Well, we are standard. Oh, we're not! What happened there? Oh, it changed it. It changed it. Well, let me just see if that happened there. Did that change there when I changed the altitude there, Robert? I don't know. Robert Time says, for the range, the ND may better choose a range that shows your next waypoint or at least 15 minutes ahead, and maybe press data button to show constraints in ETAs. It's a personal preference though. Yeah, it is too close. You're absolutely right there. It's 80. It's at 80 there, so there you go. See, it gets some sort of an idea of what's going on way ahead of you. You're absolutely right there. Yeah, I can see that. So we leave it maybe at, what's that? 160 or 360 or 260 or something. Okay, cool. MSFS altitude set. FMC approach speed ref. We've done that. Well, I can't. That's right, you entered 40, did I? Well, that says descend now. Interesting. Where was that? I did too. I put in 40. Thank you, Robert. I did. Jeez. Now I'm thinking seriously, you gotta really watch the other person putting stuff in here. Because you know the way I double check stuff quite a bit? I just went junk. 30139. Okay, so 139. Localizer frequency set. ILS localizer course is set. 244. 244. Sent to de-ice, landing altitude check, recall, yeah, radio altitude, bar minimums. They are bar minimums. Is here. Bar minimums coming in here on the ILS. We're going to go cut, well, we've already got 500 feet here. So, this is ILS here, so say cat 1, 2, or 3. Uh, 500 feet, folks. So that means it's 50 feet above the ground. There we go, 50 feet. And, so you said 500 feet there in the barrow. You can see it down here, I'm changing it. There you go. Come on. 500 feet set. Auto brake is required. We do that closer to the day. Altimeter set to local. Well, that's about coming down below 10 and the rest is our descent. There you go. Is that music too loud, folks? Let me know. That music's too loud for you. Father Ted is here. Greetings, Father Ted. Robert Himes, you're going to We're going to grip in quite fast a bit. Yes, Robert. You know, he's just saying here in the comments on Twitch, he's saying, just give yourself a bit of time to check everything. It's actually entered as you requested. One slight overlook could cause a lot of confusion. I can imagine. Do you know, this compared to the Airbus, you know, this stuff is important. You gotta watch the other guy, you know, I would say. Do you know what I mean? Because I had this in here. Don't want that. 30 minutes. 30. I'd have all that written down. You know, I'd have a checklist, all those little details. I would for myself. If this is all they had. Now, this is an official checklist, but I'd have another little notes here just to check the bits and pieces. To double check, you know. All good. And let's get to YouTube comments there. Have I missed any of you there? Not really. Poor Redcap's still uploading now. Did you get on? Evening all. Nice of you to wait for me. I read that. Clappy D's with us. Greetings, Clappy D. Hope you're well. Is this a return or a long flight? It's actually... You're going to love this, Clappy D. Right. What happened was... I was trying to learn new stuff on the ground with Robert Times. He's really helping us out big stuff. And I think it is the text and me interpolating the text, because it's text from, you know, and then I may stuff things up. So we got a bit, I got a bit screwed on the ground, so actually we're on the ground for an hour. I learned one or two new things, which is great, but look, it's going to happen. I'm learning the Airbus, or the 737, in a way. So we were a while getting off the ground. I made a few boo-boos, so I restarted the whole thing, started it all over again. That's what happened. It's been tough. We can have enough fuel to get there. We've got about 46 minutes to go, and we've got 8.8 tons there. I just don't like seeing 8, you know. Now Robert says, he's saying, if you left it at flaps 40, the ref speed wouldn't show up on the approach for you to set your speed book to. Oh wow, Robert. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on here that you could really screw up, couldn't you? I think just... See, I don't know much about both aircraft yet. So what's this here? Inhibitors. Oh, interesting. He says, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff you can screw up if you don't know what you're doing, and I don't know what I'm doing. A little knowledge is dangerous. Let's leave it at that, right? So you can screw things up. Just that simple little thing there, you know, when I had with the flaps, that has a knock-on effect. So I'd have no speed buck and be like, what's going on? Why don't I have my on final? Like, well, why don't I have my speed buck? And you can't be problem solving on final, you know. So I'd say you both check each other, wouldn't you? Here's trying to see. You'd both check each other for sure, you know. Let's go to Prague here and see. We've got 281 miles to go. 390 miles. Am I reading that right? How do you know, Robert, right, that I gotta get there with the fuel I have? How do I know how much fuel I'll have after I land? Is there a way of doing that? You know? It's kind of important. Because it just gave me, I don't know, half tanks, I guess. But I'm sure that's enough. No, I'm not sure that's enough. I'm not really. Can we press something here? No? Look at right of... Oh, there you are, look. It's right in front of me, Robert. I learned another thing. So when we get there, we'll have 6.8, 6.9. So we'll have 2 for go around and stuff, because it hasn't put in alternates and stuff, I'd say. Do you know? It doesn't take the fuel from Sidbrief, does it? The 7070 says burns 2,400 kilograms per hour. Okay, so that's what you need to know. Like the little aircraft, you go, okay, it burns 6 gallons an hour, therefore I have so many gallons aboard, so that's how much time I have in the air. It's all down to time, really. Good stuff. Robert Time says, so 600 kilograms for a typical go around. Aha. Okay. Brilliant. 600 kilograms to go around. This is all so much stuff you need to know. Under this should be inside a bit more. There's so much more you need to know. That's why I always say I'm getting to 1%. It's getting from A to B is the 1% in the simulator here. You know, it is truly the 1%. There we go. SAS today, folks. We need some more interesting weather. So let's hit the V button here and see where we are in the old GPS. So we're just crossing over the sea. We've got a fair bit to go. Where are you? I'm gonna go here. Oh, here, sorry. That's where we are. That's where we're going. So it's not a short flight as I thought, because we got 41 minutes to go. So it's quite a long flight. You know, now you can speed up the cruise on the PMDG. Greetings to Manoli Linus. I know he put exclamation mark specs and exclamation mark PC. And I haven't set that up yet. I know. I gotta put in the bot and do all that work. That's another day's work. So, I have a... Let me just put the specs in there. 13900K. 3090. No, 4090. 4090. And specs PC. What else? 64K RAM. 64. No, I have 36, I think, K RAM. What else do I have? M.2. M.2. .3. And a smiley face. So Maloney, I have a 13900K processor, 4090, 36K RAM, M.2. The 36K is the best you can get, but you don't need it. You know, you don't. I just put that in there for future proof. I meant it myself actually. I have to do again. That's another thing I got to do. I'm going to be busy this summer, man. But another thing I got to do is to do the video for the setup and your pictures on Discord as well, folks. So I haven't forgotten about it. I just need the time. Nice, man, he says. No worries. Robert Times, you're at cost index of 500. You're going as fast as you can. Oh yeah. Only option to change is to change altitude. You could look at cruise page for optimal altitude for these short flights. However, it won't matter much. Yeah, you can also speed it up now. I don't know. I think you press this button here. No. That one? I'll catch up with the others because I left ahead. Now, is that 1 speed or 2 speeds? So if you go in here to, I think it's PMDG setup. No, it's not. Or is it aircraft? I can't remember now. No, you can speed up the time. Let me see. I've been in here before. just can't recall if it's PMDG or FS actions. I think it's PMDG setup. Options. Simulation. No. Clock up left. Let's be careful with that, shall we? Yeah, if you go too fast. I've reset it there now, I hope. I don't like the way it's going like that though. Shit. White is normal, thank God. Because I remember, Robert and folks, I took off and oh my God, everything was happening so quick. I was like 10,000 feet before I knew it. I hadn't even take the gear up and the clock was green. I don't know how it started like that. I did find there was like 32 in here, Robert. I found it in here. It was crazy. Now it could break. You know, if you don't have a very fast machine, it could break. You have to restart the sim. But I can't remember where to find it. But just leave it as it is. Could be 8. But this will handle it because I did it before. You know, so hit that button there, isn't it? There you go. Feel like it's going any faster at all. Let's look out the window. Oh yeah, we're going kind of fast. Sorry boys, they're kind of wondering why. I'm on turbo speed. I'm gonna stop that. There, I can see them flying past and they were ahead of me. Where are they? Limp Rocketeer and Echo Indy Bravo Mike uniform. I went hooring past them. They're probably going, what's he doing? How did he get ahead of us? Say nothing. I may not be watching. Say nothing. No. There's Johnny C. So yeah, it's probably a no-no to accelerate like that. Want to do some fun fire tests? This is usually done on the first flight of the day before the APU start. Oh yeah, all the fire testing. So yeah, Robert, certainly. So you can test. That's part of the checklist, you know. All these fire tests. So you can test it here, no? I'm guessing. Yep. So that's for. I won't press anything I'm not too sure about. So that's in-up. Oh yeah, okay, that's telling us, look, your fire extinguisher on number 1 is enough, you can't take off then. And there's the actual wheel well. Alarm. All the lights are working. Everything's good. You can have fun with that if you've got someone in the cockpit. Do you know? And you're showing them, oh yeah, if there's someone sitting in the jump seat, you know? You can't do that anymore, I know. You know, you just slide your hand over. You just click the L button there. And go, oh, as that goes on, go, oh my God. I'm sure they've done it many times in the past. On the right side, you can check the fire bottles next to handle. Okay, let's scoot over here then. That's on the... That's the APU. It just shows, it doesn't go alarm, it just shows you the lights. They even got the seat. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that's the ground proximity warning system. So I can inhibit stuff. So gear inhibit, no I don't want that. Flap inhibit and terrain inhibit. Yeah, that can be useful. And I'm sure I saw that on the other side as well. So, oh no, I didn't see it on the other side then. Okay, it's over here. Maybe. Did I get that impression? Let's light up this place a little bit. Fire extinguisher. That's the one with the green lights. Green is good. Green is good. Green is good. So that's on the first officer side only. So I would have needed that, probably. Robert Time says, if you disable GPWS system, it will inhibit the warning sounds of the set system. I won't be pressed just yet. I don't think they've enacted it, but that could be handy sometimes. Because it goes, you know, it goes off. Because what happens, Robert, is, as you know, in the sim, it takes you in for your approach too high on the pathies, and you end up halfway down the runway. It annoys me. So I'd like to inhibit the GPWS. Oh no, that's not the right system, is it? That's the ground proximity warning system. You'd need that, but I could do it in the Airbus to an extent. I can't remember the switches though. Can you press system test? Oh yes, I can. Do I hold it down? Nothing seems to happen though. But I can press it. But I can't see any indications anywhere. Just once, I think. I can press it though, yes. Windshield air, foot air. Okay, so that's the air to the mist. Maybe only on the ground then, perhaps. Yeah, absolutely. Didn't put any lights on. We don't need. It's such a sunny day here now at the moment. We don't really need any lights. Oops. So fat, dumb and happy, folks. We're just sitting here fat, dumb and happy. How far have we got to go? Let us go to Prague here. We've got 272 miles to go. I'm going as fast as I can. And we've got a bit to go. We're over the sea. I have to say, I love the way they have the wind lanes in the water. So you remember you'd look down and you just see blue, you know. I'm just going to hide my cam for a moment. You just see blue. And that was it. I'm going to move the cam there. The camera's getting away. You can also set the stick shaker if you like upper overhead. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a little bit of a tour around and play with things. You can test the stick shaker upper overhead. Let's press Control 7 here. That'd be handy. Yeah, let's just examine some of this. I'm just going to get my thing here. I'm going to glass of drink. It's right in. It's right in. Not alcohol. Okay, so. I'll put the dome on. Let's see if I can find it. Stall warning test. Keep pressing your mouse button while changing view to the yoke. Okay. So where is it? Bear with me now so while I hunt around. Oh, you may tell me, Robert. Up. Oh, it's right up. There you go. Maybe it's on the ground only. Yeah, it's not doing it. It's waiting wheels, maybe? Flight recorder.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and miss me.
Yeah, it's on the ground.
Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good.
What is this?
You look great. I like you. I can't wait.
Reverser engine 192.
First day, you're so fine.
ECC, a backup system perhaps? Engine control.
Don't waste time to my place.
2 oxygen. Passenger oxygen, normal. Don't touch your pass oxygen. No, I want to press it now. Let me see if I can find something. So let's look at this. Oh, release the masks. You know I was going to press it. No, it's hardly even. It's hardly even modelled. We didn't get any screams either. What are you going to do? Oops, what are you going to do, folks? Oh no, I've got a master caution, that's fine. Let's switch that back where it was. Okay, it's back on normal. Ah well, you can't turn it off. Of course you can't, because we're falling out of the ceiling. But I like the way they kind of modelled it a bit. Do you know? I like the way approach the coast now. We don't have the warning anymore. Oh, we do have master caution. But how do you know now if that comes on what it is? You gotta go looking for it, do you? Do you have to go looking up here to see? There it is. There you see the light on. So, really? Do you know, Robert? So if that light comes on, I don't know what that is. How do you find out what it is? You just gotta. Oh, there's a light on. There's something wrong somewhere. When you're hunting for something, and you go, oh. Coming up to the top of the set, folks. If you had set your pressurization panel wrong, you had to release the masks. Oh, really? Really, Robert? So if I'm... I know. So... 7. So if I had set this wrong down here, the cabin pressure, it's like 20,000 feet or 26,000 feet, right? The alarm will go off here, and I know now from experience you can switch it off here, right? Like your first flight, yeah. So if I got that wrong, my first flight, you had to release the masks. Shit. If you get it wrong, can you reset it though? After takeoff? Because I took off with this, it was given out to me, and I hadn't set this at all. It's 10,000 feet, I think. And I learned I could switch off the bloody horn. He says, yeah. Wow. On the left side of the press panel, you can you can see the actual cap pressure, small arrow. I think I saw, where is it? That's crew. Passenger cap. Where did I see it? I saw it there. There's a lot of stuff here, man. Jesus. It's one bit at a time, isn't it? There we go. Got it here? This is a whole big subject here, folks. Oh, big subject with cabin pressure. That's very important. We're running out of fuel in the center tanks. It's gone. So let me switch those off. Are the lights okay? No. Well, that's the end of the center tank, folks. Control space and get you to your normal seated position. So where was the top of the descent there? I thought I saw it there a second ago. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Jeez, fighting the life out of myself there. I thought I went past it there. Big R is pressure difference, small R is actual experience altitude to your packs. Okay, that's great. So you'd answer that, Robert. Thank you. You're a hero. Actually, Joe, hero of the day, folks, is Robert Clapp. Hero of the day for helping us out, folks. Definitely. This is fast. This is brilliant. Big R, let's learn something new here. Big R, where are you? There you are. Here we are. Let's control. No. Control 7. Let's come down a little bit. So. Big arrow is pressure difference. Small arrow is the experienced altitude by your pack. So 5, 6, 7, 8,000 feet. That rings a bell because 8,000 feet is everyone can go up to 8,000. It's up to 10 then. After 10 you have to have, after 10,000 feet, yeah, I know that for sure, you have to have supplemental oxygen on your face, you know, or on your nose or whatever. You can't go above 10,000 feet legally. Then you're going to start having passengers causing problems after 8. Is it after 8,000 feet, I think? He says you can set it to the correct altitude again, but it will take time to pressurize the plane. Just rewatch your flight from a while ago. Yeah, I remember that. That's at the wrong setting, and I took a while, and I cut out the horn, and it was fine, wasn't it? So, what happens if I start toying with this now? Let's do something silly. 42,000 feet. Yeah, I think it was 10,000 feet. Will that eventually change? Let's see if it goes off. Now, I pressed the button already now, so it may not. Interesting. That's not going to change much. Maybe put it down to 10. See what happens. And we'll leave that. You have to set it lower to suffocate the passengers. There we go. Minus 1,000 feet. Let's see what alarms we get then, folks. Let's see if it slowly changes. I'm thinking with that is differential pressures will change. That's some view there. Who's to think that you get such high fidelity in the flight simulator, really? Do you know? Come on over land, folks. Top of descent is going to be down over here somewhere. And then we're going to start getting busy. So I didn't think it would be such a long cruise. But look. What is one to do? No mind, it's just 10,000 feet will do. Robert sounds like he's speaking from experience. What happened to your passengers? Switched off the oxygen. They were annoying me. Oh yeah, I remember this now. You're saying to see traffic. TFC and the EFIS to see traffic if you have set transponder to TA. Yeah, transponders are TA only. TA only, okay. Because I won't start doing crazy shit on me if someone goes in front. Just because it's a simulator. TFC. Where am I? Should be looking here. TFC. I didn't have the constraints on. If you have set transponder TFC EFIS electronic flight information system. Oh, Robert then says, TA or A won't do anything by itself with the 737. Okay. I just didn't want to risk it. Its own. Its own now. No bad language. YouTube will go, yeah, you can have... Hang on a minute. That song had the F word in it. Right? And I would switch it off. But that's YouTube music. Is that the F word? Anyway, back to Robert. Sorry, Robert. It's on the top of the range of the TCF button. See, do you hear it? Let me read that again here. T-A-R-A, it's on the top of the range button. Here. TCF I'm looking for. I'm looking for a button that says TCF. Oh, here! It's right in the center of the button! That's for the traffic. TFC traffic? Is that what it stands for? Oh, I thought it'd be down here. That's a strange place to have it. So the constraints then. Airports. Data. Data is for the constraints. The TCF letters appeared on the ND as well as the left blue letters. Sorry, TFC. There it is there. Left blue letters. Yeah. So that's showing me any traffic. I was wondering about that and I didn't see it up here. Very rude. Rude language there by YouTube. Copyright for you music. Considering they were banning people for saying the F word. At one point they've relaxed that now. But they ban people with the F word. And they have songs with the F word that you can download for free. Which is surprising because it's actually quite a good song. Can you go any faster? So it's right, traffic. There you go. Traffic. There you go, Robert. Thank you so much. I'm learning so much here today. I know it's a boring stream for you because it's a long cruise. 156 miles to go now. It's happening. It's going to happen very quickly. You know? I wonder what that update was about. While we're still cruising, I will. Oh, let's use this to my advantage this time. Thanks. Now, where's the time to Libro? Libro. So where's the time to Libro? I saw that you showed that to me already. I have the time to the next one. It's give me the miles. You got the time. Is that in Prague? Oh. What is the actual ETA? Distance to go 5. Is an ETA, but what's the actual time? So 13:07 Zulu. But what time is that? 13. So you know what is that? What time is that? Sim time, perhaps. Anyway, Robert Time says the FPV button, which is where was it? Here. The FPV button, also on the EFIS, is a flight patch vector switch. When pressed, it will show you a little circle on your primary flight display near the flight director. It will show you the actual path of your plane is taking. Below the horizon is describing the button. Okay, let's press it and see what happens. Ah, like a military jet. So let me read that out to you again, those of you on YouTube, okay? Sorry, I haven't looked at the look at the YouTube comments in a second here. Hang on. So the FPV button here, also on the EFIS, just here. I'll show you a little circle on your primary flight display, just here. Near the flight director, it will show you the actual path your plane is taking. Below the horizon is descending, above is climbing. Okay, so what use would that be? Do you know? There's nothing I can do. I know it's kind of... Anyway, meters button. This one here. Button is just showing you meters as well, but can be confusing, of course, if you don't look at it. Oh, I see it there for the old Eastern Bloc. They like meters. You know, the communists love meters, didn't they? So it's 11,000 odd meters. 940. That's interesting. Okay, meters. So that's something I did not know. Okay, top of climb coming up, says Robert. Yeah, gotta keep pushing. I've had a long day. Let's get a nice landing in and not screw this up. So let's think ahead. So we're going to start descending soon, and it's automatic because I've set 3,000 feet. Great. What's the QNH now? It's changed since. QNH is still 1016. No. Oh, yeah. QNH is 1016. Yeah, let's just check it here. Yeah, I like the way it changes back to standard there. So I presume that's going to be set. I'm hoping that's set when I switch from standard to... Oh, that's in inches. What are you doing in inches of mercury? Get out of there. How did I do that? Oh, I've hit the... Yeah. Get out of there. How the hell did that happen, folks? That is bizarre. I must have pressed it by mistake. Anyway, maybe it's because I did it here, no? Yes, it is. Okay. Wow. And then you hit standard again. I wonder, is that a big issue? Okay, so at least now I can set... All I have to do now is switch... Hit the standard button and I'm on 006. No. 1016. Wow. 1016. Okay, that's set. Back to standard. Now, why is it in green? Standard. 101. Okay, that's fine. Great. Okay. Auto brake to 3 with lack of calculations. Echo Foxtrot Bravo. Okay, so that's handy. So I can change the QNH without it going crazy. So all I have to do now to switch to QNH is that. I got the right QNH. Okay, cool. I just want to get that right in my head. Now, so Robert says you have to set the altitude in the descent forecast page. No, what is this? Descent forecast page. Descent. Forecast. Have you set the altitude in the descent forecast page? No, I haven't. What altitude am I putting here? Transition level 18,000 feet. No, it's not. Oh, I'm learning loads of stuff here that you have to do. Hang on. Transition has to go in 5,000 feet. Robert says, right. Button 2. This one. Exit deviation QNH field. Yeah, I got it. So you put 3,000 feet in there. Valid entry. Okay. How do you set the altitude? So what altitude do I put in there? Oh, are we descending? Yeah, we are. Okay. Now I should switch the index back. I'm thinking the Q and H. Oh, you put the Q and H in there. Brilliant. 1016. That's where you put the Q and H. I see. Putting the drag down here now. I gotta write that down. So, well, there's a lot of stuff in here. You gotta do with the 737, folks. I never did that before. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So I was going quite fast anyway, so I really think The index, not the cost index, you know, let's relax that a bit there, because I had it at 500. Bring the weights with us, folks. I see, Robert, then for inches, however, type the example as in 23 decimal 71 in the dot in the middle. Okay, great. I got you. So I reset the cost index to Ryanair. I mean Ryanair, like a really low number. Maybe that was too low. Yeah, let's for now. We get closer, we'll decrease it. Get me in there. Let's move. For inches, however, yeah, okay, we're at that, great. 7.3 fuel left, great. Johnny C's there, and of course, sorry, I've been just looking around here, YouTube. Okay, not many comments there. Where your RAM is 36 gigs. Sorry, 36 megabytes. Yeah. Your new stream happened. Oh, thank you, Clappy D. Some people love meters to do, Clappy D. They do. Meters. Some countries, which I won't mention. Fruit the Great. What's all this then? He says. Fruit the Great. We're coming in. It's been a long flight. It's been a long day. I'm tired of making mistakes left, right, and centre. So we're coming in now to Palermo, and we've been on actually for. Jesus, we've been on for 2.5 hours now, almost. I made a boo-boo at the beginning. I got flustered there, taken off. We were playing around with stuff, and I just delayed the takeoff. I think I'll do that myself in the ground. But this Robert times are so helpful. This kind of stuff is gold dust. Stuff's gold dust. Reading the Great, saying hello to everybody. He also says maybe it's just because I showed up. I'm not feeling comfortable with this. I don't know why, Gripper. Sounds stressed and everyone is silent. Got me all freaked out. I'm just tired today, actually. I think the free drinks from Olga, and that's your lot, Fruden, says Red Cap. It's always mad here. It is. Copy D. So, things are happening. Robert is telling me to go to the legs page and keep an eye on the waypoints and altitude constraints now, because I've got the brakes down. We're on profile actually. We're a little bit high. I'm about to take the speed brakes off here. They can come off now. So we're back on profile now. Now I should really get that index sorted out. It's a little bit, it's going to screw me up. The green banana as well. Yeah, look at that. Oh, right. So, do you think I should go to a normal kind of... No, what do I mean? You're going to go here. And then index. And then performance. You know, cost index 500. We go to Ryanair 5 again, will we? Just... That's probably screwing things up. No end. Oh, now look at the banana. Oh, right. Now we'll never descend. So, speed, we'll get down quicker now. Let's accelerate. Shit. He says, but that's the big circly approach I see. The banana is a bit out. Okay. Okay. It does. Let's see a minute. Not too much though. We kind of go over the runway for a downwind and come in that way. So now that I'm speeding up, it's getting back on. But if I slow down, can I be going at cost index 500? You know, let's see if we go back to 5. I'm just experimenting here. And now I'll put the brakes on. 3,000. Oh, that's worse. Now we're off by 2,000 feet, so I think that cost index of having it changing that was a bad idea. Better go to the descent page and change the target speed field to 300. Oh, this is great. This is Oh, okay. So go to descent page. Descent. Descent page and change target speed to 300. 330. Target speed, target speed, target speed. Target speed 244. So let's go to 330. Now, if I go, I'll change that back again. Oh, that's interesting. Now we're making good headway here. Wow, that's going to be scary for the passenger. The nose is down 7.5 degrees or something, isn't it? No, that's 5 degrees. 5, 10. So that's 2.5. Okay, that's 7.5. Okay, cool. So that's frightening for the passengers. So maybe 300. Now we're too low. Don't worry, we'll fix it. Get those brakes off, gripper, for the love of Jesus. Now we're too low. Or are we? No, no, we're too high. 500 feet off. 600 feet off. We're too high now. Check profile. Change speed as needed. Robert says. Beware of 250 knots below 10,000 feet though. That's exactly what crossed my mind. So how can we change that back? We'll put 250 there. That's it. See, I've never done this before. Okay, it's gone to 250 because we're imminently going to go. We need to slow down now and everything, so I'll put the speed brakes on. Beware of 250 knots below 10,000. Then change level. Then level change. 250 knots. Flaps 5 with speed brakes for maximum descent rate. We're getting back on speed now. And it says here we're 600 feet too high. 220 knots. Jeez, they're getting close. Okay, let's beat that there. Let's not panic. Level change. So change to level change. So I hit level change here. That gave me my 250. Then change level to 220 knots. Oh yeah, it's a level change thing. Change to 220 knots. 20. That's done. And flaps 5. Really? Flaps 5 now? We're only 500 feet too high now. That is too high, isn't it? That's indicated too high now. So we're getting higher now as we go. My acceleration to send more with the speed brakes off? Yes. Yeah, I left the flaps up there, Robert, just to see, you know. I left them up, so we're all right now. Okay, I wouldn't be worried about 600 feet, would I? Let's see if we can see the airport from here, folks. Oh my God, my head is upside down. Oh man. Where are you? It's right below us here somewhere. Where are you? There it is. There's the airport, folks. Going overhead. That's the end of the boys. There's Johnny C coming down the coast. There is Limp Rocketeer in the Airbus. And Echo India Mike uniform 911. It's quite nice. It's a great day. Coming in. We're moving. I better get back to the cockpit because shit's gonna hit the fan now. Okay, so transition altitude 5,000 feet here. Robert Time says, speed restriction of 250 knots, by the way, isn't as rigid as most of us believe. In the real world, if you can't adhere to 250 knots, it can be allowed. Oh, cool. And he says, Gauge, how did you get that? I would have missed that. What? Gauge VNav again. Oh, that's because it hit level change. Oh, man. We're on profile now though. And we got too much data. Can we zoom in? That's better. Okay, so we're turning downwind now. We're at 8,000 feet. Transitions 5. Set checklist. First checklist. Okay, 4,000 feet. Or sorry, 3,000 feet to transition. Localizer frequency is done, localizer course is done, approach arm, that's a bit away, glide slope is life gear down, and from there I can take it. But let's pay attention to the rings now. So I have to come out of the rings to come back into them. So I'm going to come out here, and at the 10-mile ring, I'm going to, I want to be below 200 knots, which I will be, and flap 1. And then at 5, it's going to be flaps 15 gear down, and then the rest of the schedule. And we're going to flaps 30. Great. I'll just switch off the cameras for a sec. Get ready for approach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making our approach shortly. We ask that you take your drinks to your seat and fasten your safety belt. We'll be offering more drinks shortly.
I didn't do that, did I?
Also, we would like to take this time to thank you, all of our subscribers and members, for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventures far into the future. Thank you.
Okay. So, note to self, Robert. If I hit level change, it'll disconnect VNav. So when I activate approach, that will automatically disconnect VNav. Alright? That would make sense to me somehow. That's with logic and all. Thank you, Robert. He says, level change, which is here, is manual mode. It will go to whatever altitude you select and whatever speed you select without adhering to constraints. So I hit level change. It's, it's not to change levels. You see, that's what I was thinking. So if I hit level change, then I can change the speed manually. So that's what it's for. Okay. Because what I was doing before, I remember back in the day, is hit the speed button here. So I don't know these two, I'll worry about these later. So level change is manual mode for speed, is that right? In simple terms. Okay, we're downwind now. We're downwind. Very relaxing approach there, folks. There's Johnny C and Echo India Bravo Mike uniform. Four minutes to go. Release the timer works up the top there, folks. This little guy here, it's working quite well. Yeah, folks, don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. Let's declutter now. for our approach. Let's get our head into the cockpit. 208 knots, taking our turn now. Just double check my course, 244 and 109.5. 109.5 and it's in the active box once or twice. So when can I hit the approach button? Where was this? That's the difference between Alt intervene, which will adhere to VNAV constraints unless you press Alt intervene again. It'll clear the next altitude constraint. Wow. This is like a Unix operating system, folks. This airplane. It's quite complicated. 35,000 feet. Let's switch to... oh, we're just above it. Let's do it now. Let's assume we clear down. Hitting standard. There we go. That's really handy. I didn't know this. Once. Twice. And thrice. I gotta hit the approach button now. Approach is active now. You do have to manually change the correct baro altitude setting. It's not automatically set. Oh, I know, but I changed it on the descent. So all I had to do is press the button. Why aren't we getting LS here? 17.2 miles, there we go, we are. Okay, turning final now. Approach is active. Let's get the cameras on, and mother of God, Crappy Doo, you're gonna shoot me. Not exactly. But I almost, but not quite, forgot to hit the record button for the landing. It's not 1016. Where is it then? I got the wrong airport in here. 016. Let's double check that there. Lima India Charlie Juliet. Yeah, it is. 016. Yeah, let's hit the B button and see what it does. To confirm. Yeah. It's not 016. Is it? It is. I noticed myself yesterday that DME display is less accurate than the rings. Yeah, there's weird stuff going on, I believe, with the whole approach thing. It's a little bit out. Yeah, it's 1016, alright. Oh, the cameras. Cameras active, folks. You can see this, you can see the throttle. Great. I'll move that a little bit over. I won't be using the throttle though, will I? Well, I won't be. I will now. Where is the... there we are. Put flaps down 1 now. Okay, let's do flaps 1. Flaps 1, folks. Flaps coming down. Flaps 1. I'm forgetting the old thing here. Now, oddly enough, it has changed, so for me to change... oh, there we go. Right. There's what it does it. 200 knots. 200 knots, Gripper Sim. 200. Thank you. That changes automatically. Oh, is that 185 there? Okay, well, let's go to 185 then. Let's not screw things up. Move it down, isn't it? To what speed was the next speed though? For the 5 mile ring. Put down flaps 5. And gear down. Okay, didn't like that. Didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. Nope. What's going on now? Oh, disconnect the autopilot. Okay, fine. Let me go away. Okay, let's go. I have to be a ref here. Flaps 15. Oh, I looked away from the screen. I messed that up. I've got to do circuits of this to get nailed in, you know. I'm just going to level off here and we'll get back on it, don't worry. Okay, so gears down. You want that, you want that, you want that. No, what do you want as well? Stop it. Stop descending. For fuck's sake. I don't like this auto throttle. I just don't like it. I'm manual now, Charlie. I got a bit confused out the old throttle there. So we want 140. We got it. Ah, it's so unstable, it's not funny.
Approaching minimums.
Okay, I'm visual now.
500 minimums. Light slope. Light slope. Light slope. Light slope.
Jeez, this is awful.
Light slope.
I'm going to do a circuit. I'm going to do a touch and go. For punishment, for bolting that up, I'm going to do a touch and go, folks. Gears down. Because I want flaps 30. Okay? So I'm going to do go around a touch and go.
100.
Manually.
30. 20. 10.
Well, nice smooth them, please. I don't know what's raising on me for. There you go. Touch and go. Flaps are still at 15. I'm going up to 5 now. This is what I have to do quite an amount. I'm going up 3,000 feet now. I do it manually. Up to 3,000 feet. What speed let's use? 220. I want. $220, please. Set the mode, Robert. Yeah, set the mode. Absolutely. I want 220, please. Give it to me. What's it coming up? Okay, get after the rest of the 220. Flops up now. Your flaps are up. Oh, I can't believe it. Wow. What a shit fest. Yeah. Now I know why I didn't get my 220 knots. And I went way too high. This is what happens when you're really tired, folks. I'm down now. It's a restoration descent a little bit. Punishment, 220 knots please, don't go above 250. Keep coming down though. I'm leaving a little bit of power on because it takes a while to spool up, doesn't it? Don't go above 250 though. Robert's laughing. Jesus. Right, down to 3,000 feet, please. That's the oxygen. Feet, please. Come on. Now, I lose that speed very, very quickly when we level off. My seated position isn't exactly right, I don't think. There we go. Vector up. Now, what speed will give me 220? I just picked that figure out of my head there. Sounds like a reasonable speed. Okay, 7 knots is still too fast. I want, and I insist on 220, even for a second, at 3,000 feet. I'm really using the sound rather than. Okay, that's 40%. No, that's slowing down too much now. Okay, 219. And we're 7.5 miles out. Go to level change, 220 knots and heading mode autopilot on. No! To autopilot. No! No! I want to do this manually now because I stuffed it up. I know I can do it in autopilot yesterday, the day before, or the day before. But I just fell asleep there, didn't I? 3,000 feet, 220 knots, please, Gripper Sim. You're not allowed to turn until you get 220 at 3,000 feet. I insist. Oh, give me that bit bar. Give me the 220 at 3,000 feet just for a second. And stable. There we go. 220 at 3,000 feet. Okay, so we're 10 miles out. Let's take a left now, crash. So that was done. Adding a little bit of power for the turn. We're going to intercept the ILS again manually, and I'm going to land manually. That's punishment. Don't climb though either. Let's keep it at 220. Let's bring it back to 200 knots. Set auto brake to 3 and arm speed brakes on time. Yeah, all that stuff went out the window, didn't it? I'm arming the speed brake now as well. Bring my V's back. Oh God. 200 knots now. Turning back in. Keep the 3,000 feet gripper sim. Oh, my television wants to turn off. Oh, joy, it is. No, you don't. No, you don't. Really nice. Oh yeah, I've got rejected takeoff. I'm not doing a rejected takeoff. Thank you, Robert Times. Now there's 200 now, I've gone past it. We'll use that 20 feet there and that'll give us 2 knots. Yeah, try a little bit more. Descend. Turning in nicely. 12.1 miles. Leave the 3,000 feet or 200 knots. A little bit low now. It's pissing me off. There you are. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Go past it. Go past it. Flaps 1. So now we'll go back to, what was our approach speed? 140, no? 140? Oh, I'm coming down now. Wind is a little bit of a tail, don't worry about that. Less is more. Less is more, folks. Come on, let's get the speed down.
2500.
Is the flaps 5 down now? There we go. Get on it. Gear down. I know I'm not quite following our thing there, Robert. I'm just getting ahead of it. Just getting a little bit ahead of the airplane there. And let's slow down to about 140. And out. Producer Buttons is getting upset. You can hear Producer Buttons, folks. Turn auto throttle on for... Turn AT on for auto throttle. Never! I'm going to get my speeds, whether I like it or not, Robert. I'm going to do it manually. So, but I won't go at 140. Flaps 15. And gears down. Slow down, will you? Oh, okay, I can slow down here now because I've got Haskell. And Buttons is biting my hand. Thank you, Buttons. Thanks for that. I appreciate that on final. Let's just get ahead of the park curve here and make sure we have that power we want. Oh, would you stop?
Wide slope.
Fuck you. What's wrong with 140 knots? Okay, maybe 150 then. Fine. Okay, let's get back to the pappies now. I'm going visual now. I'm off the stuff buttons. Please go away. For the love of Jesus. She's standing at the controller. There we go.
Approaching minimums. 500.
Here's down. Yeah, continue landing. Too high, not.
400. 300.
Let's make this a nice one.
200. 100. Airspeed low. Airspeed
What are you going on? I'm flaring, for the love of Jesus.
30.
I should have flapped 30, shouldn't I? Ah, the dog is so funny. And a bit of reverse there and a bit of heavy braking will do. Oh, this is what's been happening. This is what's been happening here. This is what's all of the controls, folks. I can't reach the top. I can't get off. Just buttons. That was quite tricky considering Producer Buttons was climbing all over the place. You know? She's had enough. Let's taxi in with that disastrous flight there. Let's start with flaps up. If you could see, there we go. That flaps up there now. That's I can't press the buttons. I've lost my left hand. I got it back. Great. Oh man, that was a tough one. That was tough. That was very tricky. That was a mess of a stream. This should stay on. That should be on. All sorts of things didn't happen there that should have happened. Many things should have happened there, folks. Let's get parked up and have a look at the replay. Are the passengers still breathing, by the way? Forgot about them. Yeah, that's right. We didn't get any alarms after changing the cabin altitude. Now I did press that button and that may have stopped it altogether. So how can we find out? Now in the X-plane version of the 737, I do remember you just fade out. You just go to black. You know, you couldn't see anything. Do you know? You couldn't see anything at all. I was going, oh, what the hell's going on? The screen's broken. Oh. I've had to sleep because of lack of oxygen. Now let's see if we can get up to the gates here. There's right air all over the shop here, folks. I took the wrong exit probably. Let's see if we can get away with it and get up to a gate. Oh look, I'll just park here. I'll just park here, folks. It looks like a space here. Space 101 there. Wow. I wonder if the brake's still working. No, it won't do it for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to be registering my brakes all the way down, I think. So that's what that is. And what's this about? Speed brake. Yeah. That was armed. Disarm that. And we're down. Lots of learning moments. The stream is good for that. Yes. All things considered, it was good. So Scrappy D. Time for beers and crisps. Time for sleep. Time for me. Really great. I just want to tell you good luck. We're all counting for you. And of course, what happens? What did I not do?
I just want to tell you both. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
It's a bit late now. Oh, that was buttons twisting the controller. Well done, producer buttons. You were always in entertaining, just expecting things to happen. See, she's just sitting the other side there, expecting things to happen. She's having none of it. She's having absolutely none of it. So look at this happened with the Airbus. I had some bad flights, you know. You got to take the and then you get. Remember, I got shit out at the end with that 1% of knowledge of getting from A to B, you know. So that's nice. There's all the other planes parked normally with their brakes on, and they're all happy. Let's have a look at the replay, shall we? Let's have a look. Welcome to Sicily, so they say. Let's reset the cap and get the player. We've got 2 landings to look at now. Stop the recording. Replay. Close replay. You see how important it is to drum in, have proper procedures, you know. Have it learnt off like sugar on the top of your tip of your tongue. You know, it's like that with small airplanes. So let's get that typical view we have, just holding the gear at the same place. And see, this is the go around. This is touch and go, really. And I punished myself because I felt it was such a mess. Hold up on the screen. Guitar. Here we go. So I'm glad I got my 3,000 feet at 220 knots. That's what I wanted and I got it. There we go. And I wanted a nice smoothie one. You know, I get the power on a little bit too long there. Added power straight away. Get the nose in the air and off we went again. And then of course it was gear up. And the next one, we'll do three typical views to the next one. We'll do the typical oh, poor butts. She wants things and stuff, don't she? What's going on? What? If I scratch your ears, will that keep you going? So, yeah, it was a bit of a messy approach there. Well, I was too high, wasn't I? I was a bit all over the shop. It just needs practice. You do this 4 or 5 times and you're good to go, you know? But I haven't done that at all. That was happening when I was on approach. That was happening when I was on approach. It's very funny. So it was a good touchdown, but for the rest, no. Yeah, it was a good touchdown. It certainly wasn't a Ryanair touchdown. by any means. I love the sound of the squeaky tires. Let's have a look at the side view now. Or maybe this angle here. Oh, maybe a bit of zoom action. Oh, no. That view's a little bit better there. Landing there, right there. So pause the replay, go back, and then we'll have a look at the passenger view before we go. There we go. It seems to be easier to control this than landing. Most certainly. Or the Airbus. Look how close the tail is to the ground. Nice view there. Land back a bit. So... Oh, it's not very suddenly there. And window view, folks. Window view, please. We'll put the right window on. And just adjust the angle a little bit. Oh no, that's okay. That was all right there. Okay, and resume replay. So an interesting approach where, you know, you don't just see the sea until the last minute. You'd be thinking, am I going to land into the sea here? You know, that's what you'd be thinking. Olga's absolutely right this time. She needs a raise, says Robert Ives. Give Buds a big hug from us viewers. I am. And she's going to get a treat as well. All things considered, it was okay. Good, Deputy says. Lib Rocketeer greetings. He's laughing out loud. Pretty sure the active runway is 07. Yes, it was 07, but it doesn't have an ILS, so I actually purposely changed to 25 because I wasn't concerned about the wind. What's the tailwind limit? You can have 15 knots or something. So it wasn't a big deal. But you're right. That 07 was the active runway. I love that view when you're seeing the airport in the background. So there you go, folks. All those clicking is the sim going crazy. So there you go. Wow. I'm sure tomorrow I'll be on top of it like you won't believe. This happened with the Airbus. I remember it. That's my excuse. That's what I'm sticking to it. I had better say thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you. Thank you to Sicily. SCPLLY. What is it with the buttons? I better go. Folks, thanks a million. Robert Times, you're a hero. All hail to Robert Times, folks, for helping us out, helping us learn 77. Robert, you're a star. Clappy D, thank you very much as well. Red Cap and everyone else who's watching. I'm just looking, glancing here. Reading the great. Clappy D and all of you. So we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the Irish UK time. I can't even speak now. So thank you very much. I will see you very, very soon. Ciao, ciao. I just scratched my arm. Bloody hell.